Going green in the Queen City, how people showed up to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in downtown Buffalo, plus the security measures the city took to keep everyone safe.
Pretty perfect day to spend some time outside for a parade. We'll take a closer look at this week. I can tell you this, a lot more sunshine on tap for Western New York.
And another victim of abuse in the Catholic Church comes forward with accusations demanding transparency and closure for himself and others.
Live in high definition, this is Western New York's news leader. Now, News 4 at 6.
It was a festive day in Buffalo as thousands of people packed downtown for the annual St. Patrick's Day parade. And as you can see, a little luck of the Irish, it was a beautiful sunny day. Good evening, everyone. It was the perfect day to be out celebrating the holiday with family, friends, and the community. And good news, the nice weather is sticking around. Chief 4 meteorologist Todd Santos is here with the forecast. Todd. Yeah,
it's been kind of a wild day. Looking at not just the beautiful sunshine, but we actually had a cold front working its way into the area, but there's nothing for it to work with. So aside from a few thin clouds along our northeastern portions of our viewing area, say up in Orleans County, very quiet. This was early this morning, and we show these a lot of times when it's very cold, a little bit of ice suspended in the atmosphere. That's a sun pillar, but showing up right at basically sunrise. Kind of a cool shot there. And the rest of the day, those clouds, they were hard to find. I mean, you have to look way to the north and east to find some of them. Out over the lake, a couple radar returns, and that's it. I mean, basically quiet conditions. So for tonight, high pressure settling back into the area, and it'll be with us for the next couple of days. So the type of scenario you had out there today with those highs into the 30s and blue skies, we'll see more of that to start off your work week. Now, tonight, with the clear skies, we have snowpack in place across much of the area, and when you get just a little ways inland from the lakes, winds are likely to really settle down. That'll allow these numbers to fall for most areas into, say, the lower 20s. We'll even find some upper teens. So I wanted to show this in the model. I think it's doing a pretty good job with the overnight low temperatures through, say, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. There's at least a few teens showing up on there, but keep in mind, anywhere where you see even numbers, say, 20 to 18, 19, that realm could get as low as around 16 overnight tonight. Thing is, areas to the south will actually warm up a bit more than areas to the north. So into the afternoon, you see some 20s there kind of trying to hold on in Buffalo. I do think we're good for about 33 for a high in Buffalo, but down near the Pennsylvania line, you may actually see daytime highs approaching the mid and upper 30s. All has to do with the wind direction, which right now is kind of disorganized across the area. For tomorrow, we'll likely deal with breeze mainly out of the northeast, and that's why our northern counties will be a bit cooler. We'll take a closer look at that coming up, but otherwise, quiet conditions. Just bundle up for tomorrow morning, Callan.
All right, sounds good, Todd. You can check the forecast whenever you are on the go. Our Forewarn Weather app has a live Doppler radar and weather updates anytime, anywhere. It's free for your mobile devices. There is a code blue 32 in effect tonight. The Matt Urban Hope Center and Harbor House will be open as warming shelters from 8 o'clock tonight until 8 in the morning. St. Luke's is closed. If you see someone in need of a warm place to stay, you should call 211.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Buffalo!
Well, it is a Buffalo tradition. Thousands of people made their way downtown for the annual St. Patrick's Day parade. The parade has grown every year, and organizers say so have their concerns about safety. News 4's Shannon Smith joins us in studio with the details. Shannon.
Callan, it's a tradition, like you said, for many families here in Western New York to go to the St. Patrick's Day parade. But organizers say they worked with city officials to have extra security and made sure people would feel safe while attending today's festivities. Now, it was a sea of green this afternoon for the 78th annual St. Patrick's Day parade in downtown Buffalo. Organizers say the parade has grown so much even in the last few years, with tens of thousands of people lining the streets this year. And with such an open and large crowd, organizers say security is always a concern. So Buffalo police had walking and driving patrols. This year, they also closed off Chippewa Street near Delaware and Franklin in order to keep people on the sidewalks. And they also added barricades. Now, many families say safety is on their mind while attending the parade, but that doesn't stop them from enjoying a Buffalo tradition.
This is actually one of the first years I'm definitely sober at a parade. I'd rather be safe than sorry than anything and look out for everyone else's safety.
I feel pretty safe, but I do keep my kids safe and close, and we have a good time together.
Organizers say they talked about security a lot more in their planning stages this year than in previous years. They worked with city officials to bring in reinforcements and had officers in different areas along the parade route. Buffalo police say patrols will continue throughout the day in the entertainment districts tonight. Now, about 80 different groups participated in this year's parade, and organizers say they start planning in January. In fact, they're already thinking ahead for next year. In the studio, Shannon Smith, News 4 at 6.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Our News 4 team was at the parade this afternoon, enjoying the weather and the holiday. There's Marissa there. Todd was out there earlier. Great group. They were all happy to see you today. We have an update for you on the Buffalo police cruiser involved in a crash we told you about yesterday at 6. Police now tell us just before 4 in the afternoon, a Buffalo officer driving on Michigan Avenue hit another car driving on Scott Street. Now, police say the officer had the right of way. Both the officer and the other driver were taken to ECMC with non-life-threatening injuries. The incident is still under investigation. No charges have been filed at this point. A Chautauqua County man faces charges for driving drunk with 3 children in his car. Sheriff's deputies pulled over 39-year-old Jonathan Whitney just before midnight on Route 474 in French Creek. All 3 children in the car were younger than 15 years old. He's now charged with violating Leander's Law, DWI, and speeding. One man is dead after a snowmobile accident in Wyoming County. The sheriff's office says Robert Henry was hit and killed as he tried to cross Route 19A near Denton Corner Road in the town of Genesee Falls. The driver of the vehicle and his 4 passengers were not injured. No charges have been filed at this point. The investigation is ongoing. Another man is coming forward with accusations of abuse against the Catholic Church, and he's joining the call for the Buffalo Diocese to publish all of the names of the clergy members who have been accused of molesting children. News 4's Marissa Perlman shares how he believes this would bring victims a sense of healing.
It means solidarity in Polish, and that's really why I'm here today, to stand in solidarity with other victims.
James Faluzak sports a pin in honor of victims just like himself. Those who say they've been abused by clergy members through the Catholic diocese.
It happened between the time I was 16 and 19 years of age, in 3 different parishes by the same perpetrator.
Alongside activist Dr. Robert Hotzen, Faluzak wants Bishop Richard Malone to release the names of clergy members who have allegedly molested children.
What we want is we want the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
It's something the bishop is considering and would reverse a tradition that's been in place for more than 15 years.
It would be so invaluable to victims to know that they've been heard and that they were not alone. They're not alone today.
Recently, a movement has encouraged more victims to come forward and has reignited concerns that sexual abuse in the church in Western New York is more widespread than many think.
Well, we're here today to say you've had 5.5 years, Bishop Malone, to do something about it. You didn't have to wait until a tsunami of cases and a tsunami of exposition of cases occurred before you released the names and files of priests and clergy who have abused in the Diocese of Buffalo.
Faluzak says abuse has been going on for decades in the church, maybe even centuries.
It doesn't seem to appear to be going away anytime soon.
And Hotzen says it's transparency that can stop this pattern from happening.
Secrecy and cover-up just breeds more and more damage and more cases of abuse.
Reporting in Buffalo, Marissa Perlman, News 4.
Construction work in Niagara Falls will shut down a portion of the LaSalle Expressway tomorrow. Starting at 9 in the morning, the ramp from the Niagara Scenic Parkway southbound to the LaSalle Expressway eastbound will be closed. The work is expected to last 4 weeks. Detours will be posted. Still ahead at 6, Scam Alert, the warning signs you need to know about an IRS scam taking millions from people and how to protect yourself from getting ripped off. Plus, we'll hear from a Western New York native making waves in Hollywood as the star of a hit CBS show.